Welcome back. So I'll be reading a speech by Ferdinand Barnett, the husband of Ida B Wells Barnett, and it shows how they were both on one accord as it pertained to our Black community. And the title of the speech was Race Unity, and it was given on May 6th through 9th, 1879 at a national conference of African American men meeting in Nashville, Tennessee. Reading, we must not fail to notice any dereliction of our educated people. They must learn that their duty is to elevate their less favored brethren, and this cannot be done while pride and conceit prevent them from entering heartily into the work. A spirit of missionary zeal must actuate them to go down among the lowly, and by word and action say, "Come with me, and I will do you good." We must help one another. Our industries must be patronized and our laborers encouraged. There seems to be a natural disinclination on our part to patronize our own workmen. We are easily pleased with the labor of white hands, but when the same is known to be the product of our own skill and energy, we become extremely exacting and hard to please. From colored men, we expect better work. We pay them less and usually take our own good time for payment. We'll patronize a colored merchant as long as he will credit us. But when on the verge of bankruptcy, is obliged to stop the credit system, we pass by him and pay our money to the white rival. For these reasons, our industries are rarely remunerative, rarely profit. We must lay aside these besetting sins and become united in our appreciation and practical encouragement of our own laborers. Our society should wield their influence to secure colored apprentices and mechanics. By a judicious disposition of their custom, they might place our colored apprentices in vocations at present entirely unpracticed by us. Our labor is generally menial. We have hitherto had a monopoly of America's menial occupation, but thanks to a progressive Caucasian element, we no longer suffer from that monopoly. The white man enters the vocations hitherto exclusively ours, and we must enter and become proficient in professions hitherto exclusively practiced by him. I don't agree with him that any work is menial. I think all honest labor is good and should be applauded, but I do agree with him that we should not be restricted to anything like the current president called them black jobs. There should be no such thing as black jobs. Any occupation you want to pursue, you should be allowed to pursue. Continuing, our communities must be united by concerted action. Great results can be accomplished. We must not only act upon the defensive, but when necessary, we should take the offensive. We should jealously guard our own very interests, public and private. Let us here speak of our schools. They furnish the surest and swiftest means in our power of obtaining knowledge, confidence, and respect. There is no satisfactory reason why all children who seek instruction should not have full and equal privileges. But law has been so perverted in many places, north and south, that sanction is given to separate schools, a pernicious system of discrimination which invariably operates to the disadvantage of the colored race. If we're separate, let it be from the turret to the foundation stone. It is unjust to draw the color line in schools, and our communities should resent the added insult of forcing the colored pupils to receive instructions from the refuse materials of white educational institution. White teachers take colored schools from necessity, not from choice. We accept, of course, those who act from a missionary spirit. White teachers in colored schools are nearly always mentally, morally, or financially bankrupts, and no colored community should tolerate this imposition. High schools and colleges are sending learned colored teachers in the field constantly, and it is manifestly unjust to make them stand idle and see their people taught by those whose only interest lies in securing their monthly compensation in dollars and cents. Again, colored schools thrive better under colored teachers. The St. Louis schools furnish an excellent example. According to the report of Superintendent Harris, during the past 2 years, the schools have increased under the colored teachers more than 50%, and similar results also follow the introduction of colored teachers. In case of mixed schools, our teachers should be eligible to positions. They invariably prove equal to their requirements. In Detroit and Chicago, they have been admitted and proved themselves unquestionably capable. In Chicago, their white pupils outnumber the colored 10 to 1, and yet they have met with decided success. Such gratifying results must be won by energetic, united action on the part of the interested communities. White people grant us few privileges voluntarily. We must wage continued warfare for our rights, or they will be disregarded and abridged. Mr. President, we might begin to enumerate the rich results of race unity at sunrise and continue to sunset, and half would not be told. In behalf of the people we are here to represent, we ask for some intelligent action of this conference, some organized movement whereby concerted action may be had by our race all over the land. Let us decide upon some intelligent, united system of operation and go home and engage the time and talent of our constituents in prosperous labor. We're laboring for race elevation, and race unity is the all-important factor in the work. It must be secured at whatever cost. Individual action, however insignificant, becomes powerful when united and exerted in a common channel. Many thousand years ago, a tiny coral began a reef upon the ocean's bed. Years passed and others came. Their fortunes were united and the structure grew. Generations came and went, and corals by the millions came, lived, and died, each adding his might to the work, till at last the waters of the grand old ocean broke in ripples around their earless heads. And now, as the traveler gazes upon the reef, hundreds of miles in extent, he can faintly realize what great results will follow united action. So we must labor with the full assurance that we will reap our reward in due season. Though deeply submerged by the wave of popular opinion, which deems natural inferiority inseparably associated with a black skin, though weighed down by accursed prejudice that seeks every opportunity to crush us, still we must labor and despair not patiently, ceaselessly and unitedly. The time will come when our heads will rise above the troubled waters. Though generations come and go, the result of our labors will yet be manifest, and an impartial world will accord us that rank among other races which all may aspire to, but only the worthy can win. He said a lot. Do I agree with every point he made? No, I don't have his one mind. That I don't even think his wife did, because unity does not mean uniformity. It does not mean believing in the same things, living the same way. It means being united around the same cause, and I agree with him 1,000,000% on the elevation of our race, and I believe him when he says unity is essential for that. So you tell me what you think. Thank you so much for listening.